I would say going to Highbury with my brother, living in Ilford. The option was West Ham. Gucci used to drive home West Ham. We used to occasionally train with West Ham because Gucci was so strongly affiliated with them. There was a bit of Leyton Orient as well. But my brother was a big Arsenal fan. And you always look up at your elder brother. There's two of them. One was more cricket, one was football. And he used to take me to Highbury and used to be on the North Bank, sort of keeping me head down, watching the Arsenal play.
You started out supporting one.
I get so much abuse for this anyway. If you ask me who I supported, it's Arsenal. And Leeds were a pretty good side. And when I came over to England in '75, they were just coming off the back of being a great side. And then I played at Headingley for either Essex or England. And the chants used to go up, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Nasser is a Leeds fan. And I sort of milked it a little bit and continued to milk it. And I did, and I still love Leeds. I remember having a Leeds shirt, actually. Definitely. They were lovely, those white and blue shirts. They were absolutely lovely. I don't know how I got it. Just got to remember I'm 56 here now. And it was like 50 years nearly when all this was going on. So I definitely had a Leeds shirt, which tends to suggest I bought one. Righty. Absolutely love Wright. I have a sort of a man crush on Wright. So much so that we were doing a Lord's Test match and we were in a pub in, I don't think it was Notting Hill. It was up the road from Lord's. And I walked in the pub and myself, Wardy, Aff, Bumble were having a beer. And Ian Wright was in there in the corner. And I just went up like starstruck and went, Righty, can I have a photo with you, please? And you can imagine Bumble, Aff and Wardy's reaction. There's me with Ian Wright. Michael Thomas, obviously, when was that, 89? It was my last year at Durham Uni. I'm now a fully fledged, or this made me a fully fledged Arsenal. I'm like,
this is the moment.
This is the moment. I'm like, Leeds, Arsenal. I'm going to go back down south. Is it going to be Leeds or Arsenal? And got to win by 2 clear goals at Anfield. 1-0, thinking, oh, it's gone. John Barnes in the corner. Should he have run it? Nowadays, if you don't run that ball into the corner, Carragher and Neville are absolutely slamming you on Monday Night Football. He tries to take on and loses it, and then Dixon to Smith to Michael Thomas, and then he just puts it in, tumble celebration, 2-0. 93rd minute or something like that, Arsenal win the league. I'm now an Arsenal fan. Anytime Arsenal beat Tottenham, I do get that rivalry. I love it in football. We don't get as much of it in cricket that week leading up to a North London derby. So I can't give you a specific game. There's been so many where we've been poor at their place, they've come to us. But, I think Tottenham, Arsenal, just that vibe, that feel, the history of those competitions and the rivalry. Martin Tyler calling the Aguero moment. I was there with Ian Smith and Ian Bishop with the World Cup moment, and Ian Smith, by the barest of margins, one of the great lines in commentary in any sport, and how Smithy nailed that. And then, Martin Tyler, Aguero moment. Just being a broadcaster, Aguero, I've never seen anything like it. It's like, you've nailed that moment. You just don't want to mess up those moments. There's been a lot being an Arsenal fan and a Leeds fan. 4-0 up at Newcastle. And I don't know, I went out, had a cup of tea, got 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, and then it comes back out and Tiote sort of hoofs it in the corner or whatever, and he's running off on one. How have you gone from 4-0 to 4-all?